Hey guys, today I'm going to be going through beginner tips on shadowboxing. A lot of these common mistakes that I'm going to show you guys I've seen in class myself. So let's get started. So number one, the most common thing I see people doing wrong when they start shadowboxing is no movement. So we're here, I'm watching someone shadowbox, they're just moving around, they do their combos. I turn around, walk away, and a minute later I come back and they're basically still in the same position, they've barely moved. So when you're shadowboxing, you're trying to emulate what you're going to do when you're sparring or fighting. You're not going to be versing a stationary opponent. So you got to move when you shadowbox. So do your combos, move backwards, move forwards, move left, move right. And then you can add in the circling as well. We did this drill in week 1 of our online class, moving back and circling. So add that in. You can circle to your right or you can circle to your left. So make sure you add in movement. So do your combos, maybe move forwards, move backwards. Try visualize someone in front of you. So maybe you throw your combo, they're going to advance at you. You move, you circle, then you advance back. Then you chase them, they come back at you. So make sure you visualize and you move. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 when you're sparring. Same thing I see always in class. This is no defense. So people when they're shadowboxing, they're always throwing offense, throw their own combos. I always try to remind people in class to add in your defense too. Because the same thing, you're going to try to visualize someone in front. You're throwing at them, they're going to throw at you. Maybe slip. Add in your checks. Combine it with the movement. Okay, you can catch too. So add in your various defenses so you get to practice both offense and defense when you're shadowboxing. And then you can implement it into your sparring. Okay, that's what shadowboxing is about, not just a warm-up, but using techniques you're going to implement in actual fighting. Tip number 3 that I see a lot is no variety. So people are just throwing the same thing the whole time. They're throwing jabs, jab crosses, jab cross. I just keep looking there, they keep doing the same thing. So make sure you vary your attacks. Just like the defense, vary your defense and offense too. So the best thing to do is try to memorize a few combos from the class that we taught maybe the day before and you practice them, or practice your favorite combos. So mix it up. Don't just throw the same thing each time. Move. Okay, so vary up your offense and also your various defenses. Moving on to the next one. Poor technique. So a lot of people I see always, they're just throwing half-assed strikes, not even proper technique. So make sure when you're sparring, when you're shadowboxing, it's exactly like what you're going to do in sparring. Because you get in a good habit in shadowboxing, you're going to do it in sparring too. So make sure when you're throwing, throw good techniques. When it punches, make sure your hands are up, return back to the face. With kicks, make sure you turn the hips. I explained this in last week's class, how to throw a correct roundhouse kick. Do that in the shadowboxing too. Okay, so make sure you turn your hips and have good technique. Next thing, not looking forward. So when you're shadowboxing, make sure you're looking straight ahead of you. Because when you're sparring, you're going to try to look at someone's chest, collarbone area, because that's where all the movement comes from. So when you're shadowboxing, don't look at the ground, don't look up, don't look over there. Just make sure your eyes are focused forward and you're throwing good technique. So always look forward. And then last tip, same pace. So what I'm trying to get at here is vary the intensity when you're shadowboxing. Because when you're sparring, it's going to be up and down, up and down. So a bit of fast burst, and then relax. Okay, we're not always going 110% the whole time. You don't have enough gas for that. So you're going to try and mimic what you're going to actually do in the sparring. So maybe you start off relaxed, the round starts slow, and then you start picking up the pace. And then you get slow again. So usually in the class we do a 3-minute round of shadowboxing. Make sure you have a tempo up and down, up and down. So go slow, move around, and then short bursts on. Maybe your opponent's hurt, then you finish up. So vary up the intensity when you're shadowboxing. It will also help you get warmer. So those were the 6 tips. Got good technique. We're moving. Vary up the intensity. Add in defense. Always looking forward, circling, moving forwards, moving backwards. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thank you.